Today I'm going to be talking about inclusion. Inclusion is the creation of a space and community where everyone has the ability to succeed. Every person deserves the opportunity to participate in any situation in their best way. This means not limiting those thought of as unable and making space in your mind to enable and encourage. We live in a world filled with differences. The problem we have is that we don't embrace these differences and the vast amount of knowledge and personal growth that comes with them. We're limiting ourselves with a narrow worldview. Nothing is ever perfect, and it's time we embrace that. Through my own research and experience, I've become interested in how the people who are labeled as less or different are feeling in those moments and in their daily lives. Some of these feelings include hopelessness, loneliness, anxiety, paranoia, and self-loathing. People are made to feel these ways simply because they are different from those around them. When someone goes into a room where they are the only ones wearing hearing aids or using crutches, they automatically have a target on their back. Imagine how hard it must be to know that not only do you feel separated and alone, but your differences are ridiculed and not encouraged or accepted. It will be hard for anyone to want to put themselves through that. If they lived and grew up in a world where every space was inclusive and people welcomed differences, no one would need to be afraid to enter new situations or anxious about other people. Along with anxiety comes paranoia. In a world where you are constantly being degraded and talked down to, you learn to expect the worst. Even when situations may not be harmful, you feel yourself being mocked and feeling useless. Many people are terrified of being or ending up alone. When people are told that they need to be separated from others, that they are not good enough for the rest of the regular world, their fate is sealed. Loneliness is not something that could be beat unless you allow yourself to be around other people. How are you supposed to do that when you fear negative interaction? Even further than loneliness is hopelessness. When you are so discouraged that you physically and mentally give up hope. According to the dictionary, hopelessness is having no expectation of success and being incapable of improvement. Wow. We live in a world where someone is driven to this feeling of being incapable of improvement by our own social insecurities. The saying, fear is just false evidence appearing real. It's time we stop letting false fears of other people's differences rule how we feel about other human beings. Is it really a full life if we would never learn anything truly significant about anyone different than us? In fact, that's not true either. If we stop to include those we separate, we'd find that what seems like a huge difference to us is really not so significant after all. Talking is the easiest and best way to figure this out. Talk to your neighbors, classmates, people you just met, get it all out, and move on from the fear of the unknown. Diversity is a gift we can give to our future generations. According to Maya Angelou, in diversity there is beauty and there is strength. This rings true in that once people get to see others for their personality, there's a spark that transcends ability and mentality. As I mentioned before, variety is the spice of life. If we were all the same, life would be boring. Think of each person as a leaf on a tree. If every leaf that fell off in the fall only turned yellow, then all the trees would not be as beautiful. Each person, whether they are differently abled or have different beliefs than you, brings something important to the world. We need to start being conscious of others' emotions and mental health and work towards a better social environment. Then everyone can be included and everyone can make their thoughts known. Once we become personally inclusive, we can extend it to everywhere we go. Through this process, we can begin to heal some of the damage done by separating individuals for their differences, and we can fill our communities with positivity